The morning the sun didn't rise, the rooster still crowed. That was the first sign something was truly wrong. Because they didn't crow with confidence, no. They crowed like they were hoping the noise alone might summon the dawn. But the sky remained black. Not night, not exactly. Something worse. It was a hungry dark. A smothering, breathless dark. At first, the elders said it was an eclipse. They muttered old sayings, pulled out gourds filled with kola nuts, tossed them to read the signs. But no matter what they did, the message was the same. The sun has been swallowed. In the absence of light, fear began to grow legs. Women clutched their babies tighter. Men sharpened their cutlasses for no reason other than the way it made them feel. The goats bleated nervously, heads jerking toward the sky as if asking, "Where is it? Where did the light go?" And me. I couldn't stop thinking about what the Baobab said. You are the last seed. Back then, I didn't know what that meant. Was it a blessing? A curse? Or just the ravings of bark and wind? I had questions. So many questions. But Mama Ngozi, she already had answers. That night, after we lit 3 fires just to keep the compound visible, she called me into her hut. The inside smelled of pepper, old books, and time itself. She sat cross-legged on her mat, a carved wooden bowl resting in her lap. Inside were 7 pebbles. Each one a different color: red, bone white, midnight blue, ash, gold, obsidian, and green. She didn't look at me when she began to speak. Long ago, she said, before stories were told in words, the sun was not a thing in the sky. It was a being. A spirit of light and warmth that lived among us. We called her Anyanwu, the great flame mother. And she loved us. But where there is light, there must be shadow. And from her own reflection came her twin, Odudu, the devourer. She lifted the black pebble and dropped it into the bowl. It thudded like a heartbeat. Odudu hated his sister. He called her arrogant for shining without apology. So he built a hunger. A quiet one. A hunger that waited. Until the day he opened his mouth and swallowed her whole. I remember my throat going dry. And that, my child, she whispered, is what has happened again. I couldn't speak. Not because I was afraid of the dark, but because for the first time in my life, I understood it had a name. Odudu. The shadow that ate the sun. But that wasn't the end of what she told me. Because before I could rise to leave, she reached out and touched my wrist with a hand like roots in the soil. You are the last seed, she said again, as if reading the words from a page written behind my eyes. And a seed must choose whether to be buried or to grow. She handed me the red pebble. It burned like coal in my palm. Tomorrow, you will go to the Baobab again. But this time, you will not wait for it to speak. You will speak first. That night, I didn't sleep. How could I? The world was ending one quiet second at a time, and somehow, the trees and stars and shadows knew my name. And yet, the thought that scared me the most wasn't that Odudu had returned. It was that I might be the only one who could stop him.